All right, guys, welcome back to Above Ground World News. It's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Yeah, that's right. No, it's June 25th, 2019. We're reporting from FEMA Region 7. Got a lot of headlines to get in. Before we do, though, check out these photos that who sent them to me? Sherry. I think Sherry sent these to me. Very interesting photos. These were shot up by Maine. And what's crazy is I found, when I was trying to figure out where this place was, I got another photo. But man, these are all NexRads that are mounted on these ships. They're like SBX-1s but smaller, and then you even got these smaller NexRad stations along with it. Now let me see if I can find the other photo. Oh man. Alright, I need to bring in, let me see if I can open this. Dang it. Alright, hold on. This picture's crazy, man. So give me a second to load this in here. Hope everybody's doing okay out there. And I forgot to write down what port this was in Maine. Wow, I can't zoom in on it. But check out these boats, man. These have NexRads mounted all over the boats. And I thought maybe they were manufacturing these things up here, but these are actually mounted on the boats. And I cannot zoom in with, unless I, put this some other way here. Let me see if I can. Yeah, man, I can't zoom it. Alright, well, I'll probably use this for a thumbnail in an upcoming video, because that's freaking crazy right there. Alright, let's jump into some of the headlines. If the scene will change. So yeah, see, I know the SBX-1, it's down. It's being maintenance right now. So I knew it wasn't out in the water. It's up over on the west coast somewhere being worked on. So we got tons of these beaches and rivers and lakes being closed. Now the Gulf waters remain closed to swimmers. The Bay County Sheriff Office wants to remind the public that double red flags remain posted on Bay County beaches, meaning the Gulf waters are still closed to swimmers. They said that those that enter the water after the warning can be arrested. Deputies will continue to evaluate the conditions as the day progresses, and blah blah blah. So that's just one of the articles. Now, here in Missouri, Smithfield Lake, part of Smithfield Lake closed over E. coli concerns. How do you get E. coli in the lake? I may have to look into more. I really not sure what. I just know it's something nasty. Anyway, they have been issued a swimming advisory for the Camp Beach branch of the lake due to elevated levels of E. coli being detected. County officials did not note that the levels at Little Platte Beach are within the normal range. Levels of E. coli readings can spike after heavy rainfall or due to the presence of wildlife. So man, that's pretty crazy. You're getting E. coli on all the food, frozen vegetables, and now we're getting it in the lakes. Nuts, man. We got another lake being closed. Missouri lakes close over the 4th of July weekend due to flooding. Hillsdale Lake, Kansas. Let's see, do they got a list here? Nope. But a lot of these lakes, man, they're like 27 feet above normal. This Hillsdale Lake is 13 feet above normal. You know, all the beaches around me, they're all underwater still. Like, it's crazy. Then down here in Florida, DEP confirms blue-green algae in Bradenton as parts of Manatee River turn bright green. So the The EPA confirms blue-green algae is present. Viewers sent some pictures. Look how green the water is. It's killing the fish. Now the toxicity results are not complete yet. But yeah, look at all the fish that are dying, man. They're just killing everything. And I wonder, yep, they don't even tell you why it's happening. So avoid coming into contact with the algae and recommends people don't swim or fish where the visible bloom is. Well, hell no, I'm not getting in the water. It looks like that. Now we've had a giant sinkhole here in Kansas City too that has grown. It's going to take quite a while to fix this sucker. It's nearly 20 feet deep on Gillum Road near Armour Boulevard. Opened up Monday, and now they're scrambling to fix the 10-inch water main break. Remember, I showed you guys yesterday how all the sewer things were blowing off from the amounts of rain we got, the rain bomb we got. So yeah, this thing is getting big. And I'm trying to see if this is a different sinkhole here. This is at 35th and Gillum. And where was this one at? Yep, this is probably the same one. Okay. Anyway, well, let's confirm. We got a couple here. All right, Europe and the UK burn as temperatures soar in record-breaking heat wave. Now, we've been reporting on this for a few days, man. They're getting the desert heat out here, like just crazy amounts of heat. And a lot of people are dying from this stuff, so it's getting really bad out there. It's getting bad everywhere, man, and it's all because they're affecting the weather. When you're affecting the weather in one part of the world, it's going to affect the other parts. It's all connected together. And yeah, here we go. Mexico deploys nearly 15,000 troops to the U.S. border, according to the Secretary of Defense. But we got our gates wide open, man. We've seen that the other day. I'm not going to go ahead and get into that one. Illinois becomes the 11th state to allow recreational marijuana. They're going to keep everybody stoned so that you won't fight back. You'll be smiling as they're spraying your skies. Now, I don't know. I didn't know about this article here. Now, there's been 12 dead in Essex from deadly infection passed through kissing and touching. This come out today, and I don't even know, I've never even heard of this place before, but I did do a Google search, and it come up on a few other spots here, the metro.co.uk, come up on the worldnews.net, so I don't know, man. It's just, I seen this. I wasn't sure about it, but I'll go ahead and report it. 12 people have died in a very serious outbreak in a rare bacterial infection. 32 reported cases of the disease called invasive group A streptococcus. The bacteria can be found in the throat and in the skin. People may carry it without displaying any symptoms. It can live in the throat and on the hands for long enough to allow easily spread between people through sneezing, kissing, and skin contact. Public Health England called it a local incident, but warned it was a high risk for further fatalities from the ongoing outbreak. So just another weird outbreak going on. You know, it's just weird stuff going on. So like I said, I never reported on this place before, but I don't know, we'll just see. We'll see if it comes out later. Scientists have discovered a sea of fresh water under the ocean. And this is one of the reasons, this is actually over, off the coast of New Jersey. Now we know they want to capture and control all these freshwater aquifers. You know, they're messing all the other ones up with the fracking and, you know, toxic oil spills and flooding, you know, radioactive flood waters running into the aquifers. We know our infrastructure is just tore up. Nuclear leaks going on everywhere. So this is like gold, man. This is probably more than gold. It kind of makes me wonder, that's probably another one of the purposes to melt the North Pole. Now I was going to go into this article here, the mystery behind the United secret ultra elite airline status. But I don't want to pay to be a member, so I guess we'll screw that one right now. Let's see if this page is going to load. Maybe this page won't load. Alright, yeah, screw it. We don't have time to mess around with that. So over here, where was this at? There's these nuclear plants over here. Where I forgot where this was at. Super tired tonight, so man, I can't even remember where this was at. Okay, well anyway, experts say the strain is the most important criterion which directly governs the service life of the nuclear power plants. Wherever the hell this is, the Cucandalum plant sensors, the sensors to let you know if these things are leaking or not, have not been working for 2 years. So unit 1 and unit 2 of the power plant have not been functioning properly for the last 2 years. So these are the monitoring devices. Hey, thanks sir, Patrick, much love out there. I'm going to try to pay attention tonight. I see my son was out there last night and did a super chat. I didn't even see, didn't get to thank him, so much love out there, little one. So they say that the number of such malfunctioning monitoring equipment is roughly 17% of such total sensors installed. Anyway, pretty crazy stuff. So heads up if you live out here. Like I said, you know where this is. It's in here somewhere, but the point is, all the nuclear facilities are outdated. They're leaking. They've dumped the stuff. You know, it's seeping through the ice, seeping through the ground. Just more madness of these people. Anyway, we talked about the dust that come across from the Saharans. You know, we've been talking about that for like a week. Well, now they're saying this dust is going to come all the way up into Missouri. So it come from 5,000 miles away, but the dust from the Saharan desert may be in the Kansas City area as early as Wednesday. The dust is easy to pick up on the NASA satellite image. This image was taken about 2 weeks ago. You know, and the whole thing on here, they don't tell you how bad it is for you. You know, they just say, hey, we got some dust coming. You know, don't worry. It's just dust. Yeah, here's their warning here. Hazier skies than normal. Very colorful sunsets. Minor air quality impacts. BS, man. This is PM 2.5. These are carcinogens. So they're saying it won't cause major air quality problems, but the air quality in Kansas City may be slightly impacted. That's because their air quality sucks right now. So if you got asthma, allergies, COPD, any of that stuff, you know it's going to be worse than what they say, and it's coming all the way up from the coast, so everybody is affected. And then this is going to blow right on through over to the East Coast. And don't forget, we got volcanic ash mixed into this. We got the bunker fuel mixed into this, so it's going to be some pretty toxic days. And then with the heat, it's just going to aggravate it a little bit more. Yeah, it could be full of all kinds of viruses and all that stuff. So, wow, that's a freaky story. All right, let's take a look at this map real quick. Just kind of get a I think we're really in a little bit of a break here. We're going to have a little bit, most of us are going to have a little break from the rain for just like a day. You know, there was supposed to be this storm right here was supposed to be pretty severe. And I don't know that it looks that severe. Let me go ahead and check this here, see what our watches and warnings are. So we did have a couple tornado warnings in Ohio. I seen one up there in South Dakota and Wyoming. Here, let me see if I got the other. Yeah, let me reload this. So we had a tornado warning in South Dakota. This is about 8:30 Mountain Time, or it's until 8:30. So that one's definitely over. So right now, just mainly tons of severe thunderstorms. Just a few tornado. Here's one for northern Indiana that happened around 7:56 p.m. Eastern Time. So it looks like the tornadoes are down. That's a good thing. All right, so let me go ahead and get this loaded on something else. And we can probably pause that. We're probably done with that. So I wanted to take a quick look at the temperature anomalies. This is at the 2 meter. And we're just going to kind of scroll through here. And what's crazy is some of the hottest temperatures are way up here in like Quebec and Canada and Ontario. Florida's steaming pretty good. Look at the West Coast where they haven't been getting no rain. They're just getting toxic air and chemtrails. And here's where all the snow's been hitting. Yeah, we're still getting snows. And all the heat is in the wrong spot. See, I think they got the whole weather system just fried out. Look at the heat all the way from Florida all the way up into Canada, and the hottest part is way up there in Quebec, so that's just crazy. So it looks like they're going to drought out a little bit there on the West Coast, Nevada, all them places over there. I'm just kind of, yeah, this is just a crazy heat anomaly. It's way hotter up there than down here, even in the Caribbeans. So that's pretty crazy right there. Showing some really cold thunderstorms popping up here on the 26th. So let's kind of scroll through this. Look where the heat is. It's up in Alaska. It's hotter in Alaska than it will be in Florida on June 26th, tomorrow. So that's pretty nuts. You know, they're melting everything up in the north. Hey, thanks there, Wingmakers. Much love out there. Yeah, just look at the heat waves that are going way up high north. I mean, it's just, these maps doesn't make sense. They've totally freaked out the jet streams. They've freaked out the atmospheric rivers. And they're still bombarding us with the aerosols. I mean, look at the heat wave going on up here in Michigan and Wisconsin. So yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. I just want to kind of scroll through there and check that. I guess while we're here, we will check where the target zones is for the rain. It definitely looks like it's going to weaken up for a little bit. Maybe they're going to start concentrating on the hurricanes now that the dust has come through. We'll have to check all that stuff. So here is the next 16 days of moisture. There's a pretty good little target zone there over Louisiana, parts of Texas. Looks like right at the border of Tennessee and North Carolina, West Virginia, a little bit there in Indiana, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin. They're going to start drying California out. They're going to get ready for the fires. So just keep that in mind. All right, we'll check one more thing here. We'll just check the radar just for the next day or something. It looks like we're going to have just a little bit of a break. All right, so we're going to, couple little strong storms there. Let's go ahead and we're just going to go up like 24 hours or something. 48. They really don't change from the 16-day forecast, man. This is the weather plan. Wow, it's just not wanting to load. This should be really easy to load. All right, so yeah, look, man, it looks like we're gonna actually have a little bit of a break. This is the next 24 hours. And then, you know, you're gonna have some severe little bitty storms popping off in the same areas. Maybe a little severe weather for South Dakota again. This is on Thursday. So wow, most of us are gonna get just a little bit of a break. So let's see what kind of heat and humidity they bring up. Let's go ahead and just check the world view real quick. And we still have the aerosols being deployed over the same area as yesterday. San Jose, San Francisco, Sacramento, Reno, up through Redding, going all the way up into Oregon and up into Idaho. Small spraying operation there in Utah. It's starting to head over in Arizona. Arizona, you're going to be getting hit tonight and maybe in the morning. Yeah, here's our 1 to 2 day break. I'd be lucky if we get more than 2 days, so enjoy the blue skies here over the next day or two. And yeah, I'm trying to look to see if I can get Kansas City to load here. I've seen just a few trails. Now, I was way over in Kansas. I was probably right over here where these couple trails were. Actually, I think I was a little north. Yeah, I was north of Topeka. In fact, I was on this lake right here. Had to do a job. Yeah, I had to do a job there, and it's flooded like crazy. Oh, and the strange thing is, I don't know what road it was, but I was leaving this river area, and thanks, Bamboo, out there. There was a Nexrad station out here that there was no roads to it. I'm like, what the heck? But it was a big sucker, about like the ones that were on them ships. Looks like there could be some small spraying operations over St. Louis. Maybe a little bit here in southern Missouri. And then the main aerosols right now is over Alabama, Georgia, going up through the Carolinas. So we definitely have spraying over here still on the East Coast and up into Canada. Yeah, man, we got a lot of toxic air. I'm be surprised to see what the Earth Knoll shows today. You know, with that volcanic ash in there, all the fires. And look, we still have a mass spraying operation up here right off the coast of the UK. Right over Paris, France, Belgium, the Netherlands. Oh, I did see, hold on, let me go back to California. There was another shape trail that was like a perfect U. Let me see if I can find the layer. I mean, it was just like they were trying to write something. Where the heck was that? Oh, there it is. Check out these two aerosols that were deployed in a perfect U. Like, maybe, are you watching this? So yeah, that stands out like big time. There's two of them there. So yeah, heavy aerosols right there in California again, right over the Paradise area. In fact, that's a huge operation, goes all the way up into Idaho. You got sprays up here in Montana. Montana's getting bombarded. All right, let's just go back where we were over here in the UK. So yeah, UK is getting clobbered. France, the Netherlands, Amsterdam, all bombarded. I mean, there's even another huge operation up here in the Baltic Sea. So Sweden is getting into action, Lithuania, Poland, Denmark, Copenhagen. So a bunch of spraying going on over here. What's the weather like down here? Woo, perfectly clear. Not even a cloud in the sky. Not one airplane track in the sky. Must be nice not to have to breathe all that crap. Alright, still got big fires going on up there in Russia. Just had the volcano go off. And looks like we got maybe a new spraying operation there in the Yellow Sea. Oh, there's a few ship tracks going on again down here in off Australia. Look, here's a big old fat ship track. Here's a couple small ones. Let me change this layer. Yeah, there's a few ships back out here. They're laying the bunker fuel. There's another one. So we have bunker fuel. I didn't see any off our coast. They're still over there by the Russia. I mean, they're not as bad today. Let's see what this looks like on 3.7. And we'll see if it loads. Wow, where is it? It's like not loading yet. Man, I can see him plain as day though. Yeah, that's a big fatty right there. And then you got a couple down here. Let's see. Wonder why it ain't loading. Oh, here it comes. It's just slow. Now it's going to buffer us. Yeah, no 5G, no fluoride. You know, all the stuff that hurts you. So yeah, definitely a big ship track right there. Got a few small ones in there. Another big one over here. Let's see if I can change it with the layer. Not a whole lot. So yeah, man, we got for the second time this year that we found, we have bunker fuel being deployed down here in the outback. Here's one right here. Here's another one right there. This is a leftover one of the bunker fuel. Hey, thanks there, Doug. And then, you know, a few monster trails. I mean, this ship track here is already spreading way out. Like when you click the layer. Oh, there's another new thick one right there. So he just started dropping the bunker fuel. Yeah, this one's a bad one, man. Look at that. It's creating a whole cloud bank. That is like a smoke curtain. So heads up there in Australia. You can pretty much bet they're going to be using the aerosols also. It looks like they are here over Melbourne. The rest of the country looks pretty clear. Let's go check New Zealand. And of course they got a big old fat liner going right over it. That looks like the Twizzler cloud. A few small aerosols. I mean, look at the color. It just don't even look normal here. Let's click the layer. Wow, so it went from completely nothing to the licorice cloud. We just seen that the other day. It may be a new type of aerosol. Kind of like a smoke curtain. So yeah, that was a very fast produced liner there. Wow, is that a little snake head right there? Oh man, that looks like a face right here too. It's probably too blurry for you guys. Wonder if that'll load like and still look like that. That looks like a face. You guys probably can't see this yet. Man, some of that stuff is just pure evil looking. A lot of cloud covers out here. Alright, we're probably good with that. And we'll go ahead and take these off. Oh, we forgot to, we got to go look at the earth null just real quick. Turn that back up. Hey, thanks, sir. Daya. I don't know how to pronounce your name, man. That sucks. Much love, though. It definitely helps us. For sure. Alright, let's go ahead and check the jet stream winds, see what they're doing. Still does not look like, it's still not a normal jet stream over the United States. It's just a big swath, the whole width of the state going straight across, hardly no ridges, no troughs. We know the volcano went off right over here, and all the bunker fuel is being deployed right here. So look, if it's hitting the jet stream, it's splitting up, going up and over, down right into the west coast, or it's coming down around and into the west coast. Hey, thanks, sir, Lady Liberty. Much love out there. Yeah, we gotta wake up the mass, man. We're freaking running out of time. Let's check the scalar level. Or you can call this level the vortice level. Alright, that's probably about all I need to document other than the polar vortex winds. So we still got this crazy wind field going on around the equator. And now we're actually getting one right there in northern Australia. So yeah, that's just definitely a freaky anomaly right there. Let's check the temperatures. Still a heating event over the Arctic, and everything remaining cold down to the south. Really no waves in the northern hemisphere anywhere. Nothing. Now we are getting ready to have a storm develop that we've been talking about a couple weeks, maybe forming out here. I think it's just going to go straight for a while. We'll look into that more probably tomorrow or the next day. Yeah, all the wind, all the waves are down, way far down in the south, man. They got something all freaked out. Here we are looking at the ocean temperatures. No super big hot spots, man. The planet is cooling. I don't care what they say. We're looking at the ocean temperatures. It's really quite cold. Man. I mean, you got a little heat right here developing, but still nothing like a El Nino or anything like that. Let's check the anomalies. And wham, more evidence they're melting all this up here so they can build that underground railroad. And you know, what is this over here off the coast? What is this giant heat anomaly? And this makes me wonder if there's some kind of volcanic unrest under here. You know, we're starting to get the earthquakes over here. You got the tar leaking out of the roads. You got, you know, there's been a lot of weird stuff going on over here on the west coast. But that is a monster heat anomaly out there. But yet you got frigid cold, you know, anomalies up here in the northeast. So that's like the hottest heat anomalies on the planet is off the west coast and up in Alaska, the Aleutian Island chain, the Bering Strait, right where they want to put the underground railroad in. Yeah, they're killing fish everywhere, man. They've already ruined the Pacific with the Fukushima. The fire's still going on there in Arizona. That's kind of a weird square pattern for, that's the volcano right there. Air quality is still crappy here in Southern California, actually going all the way up. So everybody is getting some pretty nasty air. It's weird these are showing up in like square patterns. East Coast horrible, Florida horrible. We're gonna get to the dust here in a second. Here we are looking at the carbon dioxide. So it's still high levels. Southern California still up in the upper northeast. What do these have in common? That they're always the hottest, you know, the worst spots on the planet. There's something in common with them. We just got to think about it. Here we are looking at the sulfur dioxide. You can see all the bunker fuel from the ship tracks and all the shipping lanes via all these straight lines. And let's go ahead and check the particulates. So really we got some pretty bad dust there. This is kind of like the Sahara, and I think we go down to the sulfates. Yeah, it's not showing it as good. So let me just back this up a few days, and we're going to see the Saharan dust come all the way across. So a lot of that got dropped off there in the Leeward Islands. You know, that was a big flume of the PM 2.5s, PM 1s. And we're going to go ahead and go up. Pretty sure we're on now. Let me make sure we're on the right. Okay, so here's now. It'll forecast out a couple days. So yeah, it's actually going to go all the way up and around and back down into California. So this is going to affect a lot of air quality, a lot of places. See if we go up another day. Yeah, it's going to keep hammering right there in Louisiana, Florida, Mississippi, Arkansas. See if we can go up one more day. It's going to hang around. So on top of the hot temperatures we're going to have, and it looks like we got another wave coming in. So we do. So this is going to keep the hurricanes from firing up. So right here with all this dust coming across, yeah, now I'm starting to think that hurricane's not going to, or the cyclone's not going to be able to form because there's just too much particulates in the air. So we're going to get wave after wave of toxic air. Oh, wow. Look at this. When we go to the PM 2.5s, we haven't seen it this high in over a year. So, yeah, this is some toxic air. Look at Florida, man. They got some bad areas. Let's check the PM 1s. These are the super little ones. These are really, really bad for you. And then the PM 10s are 10 microns. So wow, we're in for some horrible air for the next few days. Actually, probably the next week or two. Right now would be a good time to be outside with a mask on. Like, we're gonna have to get some masks soon, and we're gonna have to put the above ground World News logo, or we're gonna have to have like a paint your face mask contest or something. So yeah, big time air problems coming. Alright, so let's just check the aerosols being deployed right now. This operation there in the Gulf of Mexico. Of course, we just seen all the ones in Florida. down there in Mexico is getting bombarded. See, they're getting ready to fire up for the next storms. Yeah, here comes all the aerosols in California up to Oregon. And you got the secondary aerosols. Wow, look down there in Mexico. Look, these are all coming. Hit the mountains. The storms fire up. Thanks, sir, Brandon. Did I miss somebody out there? Hey, thanks, sir, Vladimir. Much love out there. Here, let's zoom in on this Mexico one, because that is pretty freaking blatant right there. It just goes to show there's no borders with this stuff, man. Alright, let's see if this thing will load up a little bit, just enough to see that. Yeah, so here comes the targeted sprays, and that's what they are. These are not, you know, contrails or any of that crap. This is a weather engineering system. You know, if these aircraft wasn't out here, there wouldn't be any of these clouds. Look at that. I mean, that's just blatant like crazy. Like, I gotta zoom in on that even more if it'll let me. That would be a good screenshot to show some people. Yeah, it probably wouldn't hurt to give all your animals, you know, a few drops of the apple cider vinegar. I know we give our chickens, we mix that in some of the water. So it's pretty good for you. It tastes like crap, but sometimes I'll mix it in herbal teas and trying to dilute the nasty flavor down. But so yeah, that's complete targeted sprays right there at the border. I mean, look at that. Come on. You're gonna tell me the air is like minus 40 degrees, you know, up here, and this is water vapor? No, look at it. It's going to turn into a weather system. So they're spraying into the night, and we'll be able to see what that turns into tomorrow. So big time spray over here. Anyway, guys, we're going to call this an early show. I'm getting so freaking tired. I would like to try to get these shows started earlier, but just not have been able to pull it off. So anyway, guys, much love. Thanks to everybody out there in the super chat. Thanks for everybody that sends us stuff in the PO box. Thanks to everybody that shares this information out. Helps the channel grow, because YouTube sure does keep its head. We're a DLIVE partner now, so we're gonna just kind of help them out and do some events. You know, some of the giveaways and stuff they do. I'll pop off a few exclusive videos over there here in the coming days and stuff. So anyway, guys, much love. God willing, we'll be back tomorrow. Be safe. Eyes to the skies and no fear. Let's rise. We're gonna rise. Crank it up.